Hello Darklings, my name is Sanniz and today we're gonna do a little do-it-yourself. But first, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share and press the notification bell and we're gonna see what we're gonna do. Stick around. Today Darklings, I thought it was time to do it yourself project again. I'm not gonna show all the details in how I make it because I think it's much more better videos out on YouTube that you can Google and see how you can do it. But at least I wanted to show that we can do it too. And even if I have handicap on my fingers, I do try to do things. And this time we're gonna show this wire bracelet and how you're making it. So stick around. I'll show you first different type of tools. You don't need every one, but some of them can be good to have. And the last one I'm gonna show is a special one. So that's just a step outside. You don't really need that. And I'm gonna use two different kind of wires and two different kinds of beads in this bracelet. And here I have little other parts you can use. And of course I'm gonna need some tape. And I start with doing 3 black ones and 1 in silver color, because it's gonna be 4 different ones. You can make them a little longer. I use 1 millimeter in thickness on both ones, and these aluminium wires, and you just see that they are equal. I'm gonna put down what's the name in the other type of measurement, because I don't remember it, because we use the metric system. But you see, I do that. You can do them up to 30 centimeters at least, so you have enough. It's better to do a little longer than too short. But this time I didn't want to do a long one, so I just took what I thought was enough. But you can still take more than I did. And like you can see, it's 3 black one and 1 in silver. And of course I'm gonna need a little bit of my tape, and I use insulation tape because I think that one you use for electricity works. And you start to put them together one by one, but just see that a little bit of the wire is sticking out in the over part of the tape, and you're gonna know soon why. And it's very easy to get it to slip away, so you could see that they're not really fast in it. It's just to keep them together whilst you're doing that before you do the securing parts. And then you put them together one by one, and I choose to put the 3 black ones together, and every time I put a new one I take a new round with the tape round, so they're gonna stay in place, hopefully. And you continue that way till you have all wires in place. And just see that they stick out on the other side of the tape too, because you need that, because else you can't do next step. And you can flatten it a little better, so it more like side by side on the other side of that. It don't matter if the wire is a little bent, because you can straighten them easy. Then you take one of the tools and you're gonna bend the bit that is above the tape, and this is to make them stay in place whilst you are braiding it. It's not that hard, and I'll just straighten them up now. And here I show that I try to separate them a little bit. And the braiding, you start with the first one from left, put that over the second one, then you take the 4th one, take it under the 3rd and over the 2nd, And that's the move you're gonna continue. So that was like one round. And then you start all over again. Take the first one over the second, take the last one under the third and over the second. And every time when you are finished with all those parts, then you can try to tighten the braiding a bit. It's up to you how tight you want to have it. If you want to have it tight, you just pull and you can see how it goes. So it's gonna take some braiding before you get stability in it, so it doesn't matter, don't panic in the beginning. And then you can start putting the beads, and you choose often to put the beads from the ones that is in the edges. So I'm gonna start with put two of the bigger that looks more like a disco ball, and start with putting them on the two that is on the outside. So here you see us put first on the one to the left, take the thread over the second, then I take a new bead, put that on the last one, and when it's in place I bend that wire under the third and over the second, and then I can tighten the braid. And the next time I start from left, I go with the smaller beads that are half black and half transparent, but I didn't realize that the hole in them was not equal, so I had a bit of struggle to find beads that actually went on my wires. Because I have handicap in my fingers, it can take some time to, because those holes are not much bigger than the wire is thick. So just be patient with me. You don't have to use beads, you can just braid it as it is, it's up to you. But I wanted to show a thing to make them look a little bit more fancier. And you continue that all way, so you create this pattern, and it's actually very nice to see the work in progress, because you can start to see how it's gonna look like after a while when you got more and more in place, and the more of the braid is finished, the more you're gonna see the result. And I like to have a little tight braiding, so that's why I always try to tighten it as much as possible when I've done all the moves from left to right and right back to the left. So that's what you're seeing. It's not that funny to watch. It's a lot of people that are much more better than me, and I will put down links to a person that I know is much better doing this type of things, that even sell them and do very awesome type of things too. And she's really good explaining how to do, even if it sometimes goes a bit fast. But I think if you don't try, you could never learn, and if you don't want to be creative, you never can say that you can't do anything, because it's up to you if you want to be creative or not. So you continue with all those steps till you start reach the length you want. And just remember, before the wires are finished, when you come to the end of your braid, you're gonna have to braid without the beads too. So you're gonna have the same type of end on the other side of the beads like you had when you started your braiding. And here you can see how it looks like right now. And I lost some bit of the thing when I cut off, but of course you just cut it off, so it's the similar length on both sides of the beads parts. Don't worry if you have tight braiding on one side, because in this solution I'm gonna do, it doesn't matter, because I have to take some bits up so I can do it. And I'm gonna have two of the black wires. I'm gonna first tighten around the two others. Just remember to push in the edges and see that they really be tight, so you don't have any sharp thing that sticks into your skin. And here you see an example. You can do very tight loops. And I'm gonna continue this till I only have two left, and then is one in silver and one in black. And the silver one I'm gonna do a loop with, and that's gonna be where I attach it to the locking part I'm gonna put on my bracelet. And here you see I do my first, and you're gonna want to do it really tight. And when I have tightened everything and I'm satisfied, I'm gonna take the last black one and secure it around. So here you can see a little how it can look like, and now I secure with a black one. And if it's a little too much to get room, so you can always cut off a bit of it and then tighten it. But I show that I'm tightening everything, and hopefully I not have any sharp end that stick into my skin, because that's not nice at all. So this is a way it can look like. And of course I'm gonna do the same on the other side, but there I have to take up a bit of the braiding because it was a tighter braiding on that side, because it was not taping away. And so it's no panic. You just take it up a little bit till you have enough, and then you do the same like you did on the other side. You take the two black ones and make them very tight around, and then of course you continue with the silver one. So you can see how I work with the black one, and I try to tighten it and push in the edges so it's not gonna be anything sharp that stick to my skin. Just be a bit patient, do all the steps. It's like something like this, and then you continue again, tighten it very close till you are satisfied. And of course then you can continue with the two last like you did before, but do first the two black ones or whatever color you're using because maybe you don't have the same like I have. But there is other type of solutions on the ends too, so you don't have to do this type of method. It depends on what type of thing you're gonna use, because this is different type of systems you can use, and they have different type of solutions, but you can find a lot of information on the internet how to do it. And of course you see that I'm gonna do the same with a loop here. And here actually my silver colored one was a little bit too long when I do the loop, so I had to take off a bit from the end and continue doing it, because I couldn't get it tight enough without making too much. Of course you can do different kind of solutions that do like a swirl type of thing, but in this case I wanted to have the same on both sides, so that means I have to cut off a bit and then continue the loop. It's nothing worse than that, just make the loop tight. And here you see that I cut it off and tighten the loop again as much as possible. So it's gonna be a place where I'm gonna attach the last bit of the bracelet in on that side. And when that's done, I'll take the last black and secure around, and because it's a little longer than the other side, so I decided to actually cut off a bit and then tighten the edges so nothing is sticking into my skin, because we don't want that really. And it's not that hard. It's just doing all the steps, just making it looking okay-ish for you, depending on how picky you are and what type of solution you have. It's different type of ways to do it. So this time was actually the first time I did this type of solution, because I'm gonna use another type of locker this time, because this bracelet is for me and I actually wanted it to be easy to put on. And because it's shorter, I'm gonna have a little more chain. And here I show that I have already prepped one chain with one that I'm gonna attach with one side. And you don't open the loops by bending them apart. You just do like a twist that if you hold them straight in front of you, just do one. Either you hold one still and just move one side so it opens on an horizontal way, because then you're only gonna press them together and might tighten them a little bit too. And now you can see that I start to shape the bracelet. You do it a little from end to end, and the longer it is you more easy it is to show really how you're gonna do it, because this is shorter. It is not visible how much you're gonna do, but just do small movements, move from outside inside and then work your way out again till you got the shape you want, depending on how you're gonna close your bracelet. And here I see that I use my arm to be a little more satisfied with the shape, and I show even the other type of change that I'm gonna use. And here I even show with the ring how you're gonna do it. I'm not sure you see it proper, but I wanted to show that you're not gonna take them apart. You just rotate them in a horizontal way in different directions a bit so it's open. And when you close it, you can just press them together, because then you don't destroy the ring itself. You can press them a little together after you get it in place, but it should just be enough to put one of the tools and tighten them together again. So then it should be closed. You just do the last bit to secure it, maybe a little better. And then we go further, and I'll show that I have both attached now, but I'm gonna have to measurement how much I need of the chain, because of course I have a little too much chain right now for the locker I'm gonna use, because it's a new type of locker I'm gonna use to make it easier for me. And I'm gonna show what it is. It's a magnetic locker, so I thought that should be better for me with my fingers, because that means that I don't gonna have anyone that needs to help me put it on. And here everything is placed, and I show how easy it is to open and close it, because it's magnetic. It's still a very strong magnet, so you don't have to be worried going up that easy. You need to use little power to actually open it. And I show that if you want to, you can also put on different type of charms on the sides, because there's places for it. You can attach whatever you want. You don't have to have beads at all, but I choose to have it just plain with those beads and those different colors of wires. And here again I demonstrate how easy it is with the magnetic locker. So if you have problem with your fingers, this is a good solution. So like I said, I wanted to show how to make in this one, and you can use whatever you want. You don't have to braid it like I did either. You can just braid it in an ordinary braid or something, and you can even hang things from the different type of things if you have room for it. This time I didn't do it that long. You can do much longer so it go more around it, and you can use other type of lockers. This time I used this magnetic thing because I have a little problem with my hands sometimes. And to show how easy to put on, or easy when you have handicap in the fingers, everything gonna be hard, but you see it snapped really fast there. And this is the end result. And it's actually fun that you can do things yourself. You can do like necklaces. You can probably do it like a choker too if you want to. And it's just your imagination. I just wanted to show that everything is possible if you just dare to try. And I have finger handicap, so why shouldn't you be able to do it too? It's not that I'm never gonna sell this type of things. If I'm gonna give away, I do that, but that's another thing. It's like I do it for fun. I'm not doing it for earning any money, and like that. But like I said, I hope you all stay safe in this mad time of life we are in now. The world is crazy. And till next time, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share, and press the notification bell, and please start links. Stay safe. I love you. Thanks for watching. Bye.